Next, I'm going to be making some really cool risers. I'm going to be using these square wood pieces from Dollar Tree. I just love that Dollar Tree now has these wood items in their craft section. Let me know down below if your Dollar Tree has these wood craft items. I'd really like to know how many actually have them. And then I'm also going to be using some of the Dollar Tree wood cubes. Now these are really simple to make. I'm just going to take some hot glue and put my cubes onto the back of one of the squares. Now on my second one, I'm going to put on 2 cubes to make the riser a little bit taller to give me a little bit of variation. Now, since these are wood, I don't want to pass that up, so I'm going to be using a wood stain in golden oak. And I'm just simply going to brush on the stain and wipe it off. These take me literally 5 minutes to make, and they're great to elevate plants or any kind of decor that you want to. This next trend is with creating wall art with craft paper. So I decided I would make my own with products from Dollar Tree. So I picked up a roll of craft paper. I also picked up a really long bamboo skewer. Now they have these out at Dollar Tree in like their section where it's like their barbecue type stuff. So this is the time of year where they're going to be putting these out. So I have a pack of them. I bought mine last year, but grab a pack of them because they're great for projects. So I started by taking the skewer and sticking it through the paper. Then I used some twine that I already had, and I'm going to tie it to both sides. Now, after I tied it, I did go back in and add a little glue to the edge just to make sure it was really secure. Next, you're going to roll out your paper however long you want it to be for your project. Now, since the paper is in a roll, it's going to naturally roll up, and I didn't want that to happen. So I found some wood that I already had on hand. These are actually shims that I purchased for another project. You could use a piece of wood, you could use a piece of cardboard, pretty much anything here. And what I did was I glued it at the bottom of the paper, and then I wrapped it up one time and glued it in place. Now, whenever I hang this up, it's going to weigh down the bottom so it's nice and straight. Then I took the paper and flipped it over to the front side. I picked up a sponge in like the little loofah section at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to cut the sponge in half so I have a half circle. Next, I'm going to use my Waverly white chalk paint. I'm going to make a fun pattern across the edge. Now this I just kind of did randomly. Sometimes I'd take my half circle and put them both the same direction. Sometimes I'd face them to each other, flip them out. Really, this is the fun part, being creative. I just tried to not use the same pattern next to each other in the little grid. And I did this all the way up. You could repeat this pattern for however big you wanted your piece to be. Let this dry completely, and then you have a really cute boho wall hanging to hang up. Hey guys, I'm Liz, and you're watching my second DIY channel where I post daily DIY videos. You may be familiar with my main channel, Liz Fenwick DIY, but I'm glad that you found me over here on my second channel. Make sure that you're subscribed so you just get notified every day when I post our daily DIY video.